No, unfortunately, we're not at the beach. We're just taking a little walk in Kennesaw, Georgia, along the Noonday Creek Trail, exploring the scuppernongs and raspberries and sitch. Remember that time I told your Aunt Shirley that me and the boys had taken her car down to the bridge, spent a few quality hours in the creek. We came back, put a lot of water moccasins in her bed. Well, anyway, forget about that. It's not important. Let's just get back to this video here. This video, which really is rather unfulfilling. See, you can try to understand, but you will never understand. He's a magic man, Mama. So anyway, I guess I was about 4 or 5 years old, maybe 6, walking in Granny's yard. Granny lived way out in the sticks. Granny was a full-blood Muscogee Creek. The old people. And I stepped on something that felt kind of funny, kind of squishy. About the time I could look down at it, it reared its head back and bit me on the leg. Didn't let go. I was quite frightened. Granny hollered out to Cousin Cooter. Yes, his name actually was Cooter. That's a real thing in the South. Cousin Cooter next door came running over with a hoe, cut its head off right in front of me. It scared the living daylights out of me. The living daylights. Now, from what I understand, that particular variety of snake was what we called a white oak runner, which is a non-venomous snake. However, its bite was particularly nasty, and I fell ill and never fully recovered. Well, I recovered physically, but what I never recovered from was the mental anguish and the message transmitted from its eyes. It bit into me, and I looked into those cold, dead, demon eyes, and it seemed to say to me, I got you, boy. And it even adjusted its grip. It opened its mouth and bit in again to make sure that it had a true grip and I couldn't go anywhere. Then it said unto me, look at me, boy. Look at me when I talk to you. Look at me when I tell you who I am. Do you see who I am, boy? Do you see who I am? And I said, yes, After that, I blacked out. Memory gets vague after years and years and years and years. Hell, I'm 58 years old tomorrow. But that's all water under the bridge now, I think. I think I'm over it. I really think I'm over it. Except for the nightmares and the sleepless nights. I remember those days. Way back then. Those country fairs. Where the men got pissed drunk as their wives and mothers clutched their Bibles, and the children begged for sweet cakes and carnival rides. A time like no other, and will ne'er be again. Now, did I ever tell you about my cousin Ronnie? Ronnie McCraney. You can look this up on the internet for yourself if you like. Ronnie he made it in the country music industry and then drank himself right back out of it. He was a George Jones tribute artist and even played at the Grand Ole Opry. George loved him. George Jones loved him. Ronnie even had cassettes of him and George Jones, just the two of them, sitting on George's bus, drinking whiskey, playing guitars, telling dirty jokes, etc., etc. Ronnie was even the voice of George Jones in the movie Stand By Your Man. Like I said, you can look it up, Ronald McCraney. Look it up in the credits of that movie. He sang the George Jones parts of that movie. It wasn't a very big movie, okay? I'll always remember him. He set up and played at every family reunion when I was growing up. Late 70s, 80s, even up until the mid to late 90s. He always set up and played because everybody came to see Ronnie. The crowds were a little bigger back during his heyday when he was the star. But the crowd never truly died. Up until the end, they came to see Ronnie. Until Ronnie's end. Good Lord, look at all those berries. That is a lot.
Mosquitoes in that water.
Yeah, anywhere that there's standing water, there's going to be a lot of mosquitoes, but nothing like South Georgia. South Georgia, you can't hardly take it. They'll get all over you. Swamp. There's the swamp. Drain the swamp.
Drain. Where is this now? This is it. That's the mall right there.
Yeah, I see the police over there running their lights, and there's some kind of outdoor event happening.
Oh, maybe they have some barbecue food there. You can just go. Look at that. You wanna go there?
No. Not really.
Whatever events they're having.
What in the world is going on over there? There's thousands of people in the parking lot of, what's the name of that mall? Town Center Mall?
Yeah. Town Center Mall.
I have no idea. There's people as far as the eye can see. The hill is in the way now. Cobb County Polices. Noisy traffic. Lots of intentionally loud cars around here because we are on Kennesaw State University campus at the corner of George Busby Parkway, Big Shanty Road. There she go, right there, player. There she go, that Pookie Mama. That be Pookie Mama. There is Kennesaw State Owls Stadium, which is whatever you call it, the kind that goes down into the ground. A below ground facility, as they say. Yes. You'll notice these buildings here, which resemble apartment complexes, because basically that's what they are, but they're dormitories for Kennesaw State students. And they've got see a Subway there, and this was a Empanadas restaurant right here. I wonder if they closed or if they're still doing business or what. Oh yeah, it's gone out of business. I see the for lease sign right there. Didn't make it.
I like this.
What a damn shame. Empanadas are awesome. Remember right there? That was an Empanadas restaurant. Gone. Well, it was.
There's one there, they closed. There's a Subway.
Yeah.
They're not open. Oh,
Yes, they are open too. Just ain't got no customers yet because it's only about 10 o'clock in the morning. Now leasing. Move in today. Fly online today at upointkennesaw.com. Kennesaw's a pretty big college. Pretty big, well-funded college. Wonder if they're indoctrinating young minds into communism here. A lot of them are. And from my understanding, that's gonna stop real soon. Yes. Yes, indeed, madam. Yeah, it might look nice and new and modern and all that, but judging on the quote-unquote people that I've seen walking around here of a certain ethnicity, I don't think this place will stay very nice all that long. My God, we are definitely in the fucking apocalypse. I mean, it's just that culture everywhere you look. Being groomed to take over the management of this country. They're going to run it into the ground as quick as they can. All in the name of diversity. These buildings all appear to be occupied by people with names like Takesha and Shaquan and Tavares and Devontae and Deshaun Nice and LaQuisha. There goes that Corvette again. Guy just wants everybody to hear him and nothing but him. There's some decent looking folk over there. Nice and cool out this morning to be early June. You'd think it'd be much hotter. Low 70s. Any other year it would be low 90s. Strange weather indeed. Yes. I'm just going to set this down for a minute. Don't mind me. See a shopping cart over there in the woods. Don't mind me at all. Don't even wonder what I'm doing. Nature is calling. Okay. Kind of a little deep spot on this creek right here. I bet you there's some fish down in there. I have seen fish in this creek, but I've never been to this part of this creek before. A little deep spot right here, I guarantee you. You come down here with a cane pole and some worms, you'll catch some brim. Or perhaps catfish. Shopping cart off in the woods over there. Let's make our way back up here and rejoin little Norita on the trail. The so-called trail. The paved trail. I just wonder how that does that. There's not a tree there. How does that ivy grow up there? There's got to be something holding it up, right? Who knows? There's the express lanes right there. Roswell Road. Another look at the creek. We're about done with this walk. Headed back to the car. Gonna go to some steakhouse and have lunch today. Yes, sirree. That's about the closest thing we're going to get to a waterfall today. A little semi-rapids area of Noonday Creek here. City folks rarely greet each other on these trails. I generally greet older people, especially old ladies, you know, just as a courtesy to be nice. Younger people I tend to be a little more skeptical of, you know, like, I don't know you, I don't know what the fuck you're up to, motherfucker. You just keep your hands where I can see them. You just keep your hands where I can see them. One wrong move and I will blow your goddamn... Well, you know what? I probably better not finish that. Probably just better leave that alone. So that's going to end our walk today. How far did we go, Nora? 2 miles, 2.5 miles? How far did we go? 2 to 2.5 miles?
2 miles, 2.7 miles.
2.7?
We are remembering you here today, Cousin Ronnie. Here in Muscogee Creek Nation, in Chickashahatchee. Ahu.